Hello YouTube, Deacon Do here with another weekly challenge video. This one from week 3 of November 2025, the One Make special event in the Renault Avantime. As you can see here, I'm installing my sport mods. For most of these One Make races, I find that buying and installing the mods from the sports and club sports tabs of the tuning shop will get you to where you need to be without being overpowered. It will get you competitive. Some of these One Make races are more difficult than others, but I start as a baseline with basically all the sports and club sports mods, throw sport soft tires on it, and see how it runs. The base configuration in Gran Turismo 7 of the Avantime has a 2.9 liter V6 that puts out 204 horsepower and 210 pounds of torque. With the sports mods, we now are pushing 230 horsepower out of just over a 3.0 liter engine. This is a snappy little car. One of the things I really love about this car, and I also hate. So first, the hate part, I'm not a fan of the dashboard display being in the middle of the car like it is. But I do love the fact that the tachometer is right behind the steering wheel, so it's always in your line of sight. And I find that's really important with this car because this car likes high shift points, even in the base configuration. And so being able to, have both visual and audio cues readily available for you to be able to hit your high shift points without hitting the limiter is really important in this car. And so I do like that portion of the dash, but I hate the rest of the dash being in the middle. I think it just looks clunky and just out of place. Now, I think there's a reason for it. So the word Avantime is really kind of a combination of two words. It's a combination of the French word avant, which of course means ahead, and the English word time, which we know what time stands for, right? So you could say that this car is supposed to be ahead of its time. And so I think with that with the dashboard being in the middle, they were trying to go with a futuristic space pilot type of feel here. Again, I'm not in love with the dash display being in the middle of the car. I like it more in front of me, but it works, especially with the tachometer being in front of you. The Avantime itself was designed and developed by in-house Renault partner Matra, and it was conceived by Philippe Gudin, I believe that's how you pronounce his last name, who was the head of the Matra motor division at that time. And they really were looking for a car that would look a little futuristic. Again, this is a car from 2002, this model in particular, but the car in general sold from the 2001 through 2004 model years. I believe it had somewhere just north of 8,000 sales. So it wasn't like a widely popular car, but it is still kind of a cool futuristic style car if you go back to the early 2000s and what was futuristic. And so it was a futuristic style car with a sporty little package with, not a overpowering V6, but a snappy little V6. And again, they made about 8,000 of these cars over 4 model years. The Avantime was first shown at the Louvre in February of 1999 as a concept form at a press launch. And then a month later, it was shown at the Geneva Auto Show. And unfortunately, because this car was also released at the same time that Renault released another car, the Velsatis, the sales for the Avantime really suffered. And it was a victim of just Renault having too many options coming out and too many options available to the public, and eventually, something's going to be underperforming and is going to end up having to be cut. And in 2003, the automotive division that made this, Matra, well, they got out of automotive production, and in big part due to the lack of success of the Avantime. Even though it is a snappy little V6, it is a fun little drive. I wouldn't say it's a sporty drive or a racy drive, but it is definitely, of all the cars that Renault has made, this is definitely one of them. But unfortunately, because of the low sales, you know, Matra just ended up pulling out of automotive design and production altogether. And this is probably, you know, the last legacy of that automotive division. I would say that it's an okay offering. It's nothing that's going to wow you. It's cool to have it in a one-make race like this. As you can see, a lot of close racing with the AI right now. It handles pretty well. It's, you know, not overly powerful, so I'm not trying to hold on to it. I can make some moves in it because it is a little underpowered or right powered. It does have, you know, some good handling. It doesn't rock back and forth or roll. So it's not a bad car, but unfortunately it was just a victim of too many options from Renault, and unfortunately this marked the end of Matra as an automotive producer and designer. Anyways, as we watch the last lap of this race, I want to thank you all for hanging out and for watching this video. If you like this type of content, go ahead and give me a like and subscribe. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other, and have a great day. Bye-bye.